This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 78. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving. This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmons. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
How are we gonna get in? Alright, yeah, we gotta get inside. Is my ID card enough? Oh, okay. Why didn't we just do that to begin with, then?
You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
Alright, we do have a gun. And some heal. Oh, yeah, we can't take damage. Heals don't matter. Only ammo matters.
The Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes.
I think Control's a little different.
My low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
And the research department's done all sorts of cool things. Look at all the stuff we found for Jesse and Control. Can you fly? That's what I thought, Estevez. This is not... I was expecting something houseier. This feels very compoundy. Like there's a decent chunk of wood outside. I don't know if we should be on the lookout for any kind of collectible in this DLC. We have... Doesn't appear we have a map. I don't see anything out here, though. mean, eventually this card has to stop working, right?
Hello? Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department.
Worried if we walk through that, an alarm's gonna go off.
No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No? Okay, well, it was definitely going in the report.
Well, it wasn't an alarm.
It's locked.
Okay, we got a locked door. A vending machine full of non-branded snacks. This one just says fibers. All right. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Figurines, ornaments, decorations, and other trinkets are forbidden on employee desks. Ramnus Daily Stand-Up. No doodling, says the doodle. All right. I see a TV on in a nearby room. Don't touch the projector. The Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee, and Deerfest is this week. Bad news is the HQ still dark. Nut allergy bad. No Alma beer. It's good. I tried it. The artist is... the artist is something. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation times canceled. Oh, that's not TV. That's a computer screen.
Dr.
So this is
Marmont's
Jules
not
Marmont.
here. Nobody is? I'll have to check downstairs.
Doctor of Applied Science is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. What rights and privileges come with having a doctorate of applied scientist? They get like free scoops of ice cream when they order pie? The recommendation of... okay, this is just a degree. Federal Bureau of Control Special Service Certificate. In grateful recognition of his outstanding contributions to the Bureau's scientific endeavors.
Lower levels.
From Casper Darling.
Head down.
From Casper Darling, head of research, to Jules Marmont, appointment as facility head. Senior leadership of Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as head of research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont, effective upon the facility's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director. So Trench was still director. So this play, well, yeah, they said 2010, so yeah, that makes sense. So my fellow head of the lake house, love Diana.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Okay, so that might explain some things. We have some kind of experiment in progress.
Changing passwords, huh?
Security and Technical Support Division to all departments update computer password reset policy. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by the numbers that change daily. Try to use significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers. Please also remember, for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Well, we have calendar right here. September 14th, so that would be, what, 0914? Or 914, would we use the 0? Can't exceed 6 digits. We need another important date. Please fill out the fields below before delivering the form to security. A new key card will be issued to you once your request is processed. Name, Jules Marmont. Co-head of research. Required clearance, the highest one. I forget what it's called. Reason for replacement. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How would I know if it was stolen or is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you are so concerned with this? I'm the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. There's a card out there we can find. Research profile subject P. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times. It has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. So 60% of the time it works every time. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. I'm already worried about this DLC because I haven't had good experiences with people that paint shit lately. So. Subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability to is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. Okay. So this, it is a 6-digit code. We potentially know some of the numbers. Did any of these have dates? July 18. That would only be 3 numbers too, because July is not a double-digit month. July is 6, right? No, July 7. 7, 18, 9, 14. Let's try it.
Come on.
Or we do it the other way around.
That's not right.
All right. Well, that didn't work. What I get for thinking I can figure something out that quickly. Did this have a date? No. So the only other date in this place is the July 18th on this notice of appointment. It's even, like, I don't know how well you can tell, but it's like bolded here in the kind of zoomed in text. So it's gotta be important. July 7, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7. So 7/18. August, September. 9. Oh, wait. The age of 38. Okay. Where would that fit in? Because 38's only 2 numbers. Well, what if we do the full date?
Nope.
Let's try the other date. Okay. Oh, and we needed to do that. Good. All right, let's read these in order they were received. Good morning. A friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of the month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make a plan? All the best, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. So this is from Diane Marmont. Was that the name? Diane? I'm too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is to go toward Project Arbitus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. So maybe the Marmonts were a little competitive. This is from, what's his name? Julian? I apologize for the difficulty my wife was presenting, Harry. I believe she's suggesting that I would take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation, though I'm confident you understand that. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research jobs to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Jules. It's Jules. Okay. Jules and Diana. This is from... Go fuck yourself, Jules. That's from Diana. So does next Wednesday work? Dr. Marmot, Project Arbitus, this is to Jules. Project Arbitus has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Ramnus, and they are shared research materials, so can I release them back to Arbitus? Sincerely, Perry Levine. And this is from B. Lopez. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve the facility's security if you leave your computer open. All right, so yeah, the Marmonts are, there's something.
That's handy.
Ah, now we have a map. Okay. So it looks like 4 floors below us. That's disconcerting. From Ava Ramani to FBC personnel, status update the oldest house. To all staff, on-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. It's still got the hiss in it? Status of directed trench management team and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown's initialization remains unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the field originating from the oldest house as of increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to this signal should contact them immediately. It's the hiss signal coming out still, right? So 4 years later, and the oldest house is still on lockdown. Another circle here. Circle of shoes over there, circle of pins here. Circle on this board. Donuts, another circle. It's not a loop. It's a donut. Okay, I made the joke too early. There is a circle of donuts. Another circle of, I think those are like pens. Like bank pens, it looks like. Okay, well, I think we opened the elevator.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Why, yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
All right. So the only thing we missed out, there wasn't another way in here, right? Wonder if there's anything actually in there. It says we opened a door. The elevator's not a door. Oh, this light's green now. Although I don't see. Oh, wait.
This should come in handy.
Oh, okay. We got a key card. Look at the kitty. Facility status is green on everywhere, but that says there's 5 sublevels. Our map only has 4. Secret hidden sublevel. Okay, and we couldn't interact with this, right? No. The dangers of doodling. Yeah, I guess when this place is studying kind of drawn art. Alright, I don't think there's anything else on this floor then, with us having been able to go into that room. Well, we weren't going anywhere till I got this anyway. Well, we'll go in order.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevesta team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to... Oh, shit!
Level 1.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now. Belay that order. Shit. Where's the fucking elevator?
That was a lot. Elevator had a 5th floor
Standing
too.
around in the dark near Cauldron Lake. Is not smart?
Lake House Research Facility. 1, painting production. 2, holding an observation. 3, page development. 4, research archives. 5, threshold experimentation. Well, status ain't good no more. This paint on the walls? Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but it sounds gross. Okay, got some rooms on the sides. Let's try and check these rooms out. Shelter area this way. As the lake house continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form, has shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the lake house, effective immediately. Research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their work. Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Signed by the Marmonts. Threshold Linking Experiment Progress Report. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the Redacted continues. That's gotta be the darkness, the shadow realm, whatever. Progress is good, but with teams reporting high confidence that successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way... Sorry, phone went off. Reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold energies, and thus its reality-altering effect, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant levels of emotion. Only a scientist would put emotion in quotes. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside their assistance in discovering the redacted pages, Alan Wake, the manuscript pages, his proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. So, we've got a painter somewhere around here. Oh, look. We know these shelters. That's kind of cool. They turned the shelter from control into the save point. This music's getting to me a little bit.
Dr. Darling.
Cauldron Lake, Lake House, Shadow, AWE, 70, 76, 78, the different years. Doesn't look like we can get anything else out of this, though.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Okay, we need power. I guess that makes sense. We are sitting here in the dark. Can we see anything out this window? Looks like there might be power over there. Creepy wet sounds back. No stopping anytime. The hell is this?
Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
Oh, wait. Are these like the power cores we used in Control? Oh. Painting of kind of a shadow person.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
What is everything I'm hearing?
Can't open it from the side.
Maybe need to get the power back on?
Jules's keycard. Could be useful.
Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a total unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next steps, weapon tests using black rock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to offsite team. Could lead to a transfer out of the shithole. Need to think up more applications for BlackRock now that I have some. There's a researcher at the oldest house who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name. I'm sorry, aren't we supposed to be able to just levitate this? I do like that we seem to be combining the elements.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
The elements of Control and Alan Wake, I like that. Okay.
Elevator's back.
These frickin' noises, though. Let's throw this switch now that we have power again. I wasn't expecting that. These emails are all out of order. Please remember to lock your computer before... Oh, that's the security reminder. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I have brought a variety of seasonal pies from the local diner you all seem to love so much. Members of Project Ramus can come enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All other staff should visit the other Marmont's office to see if she bought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I purchased a delicious pecan-filled pie. Oh, that's the nut allergy thing. Gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behavior for anyone of seniority level. Bringing nuts into the office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Harry, do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbitus that we misplaced them. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we are too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure you say that we are making progress, just as I wrote above. But we decided to not release the pages. Attention all staff, there's a significant amount of BlackRock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there's a misunderstanding that someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we will fix the problem. BlackRock is a precious material. We only have so much of it with the oldest house being closed. Well, we know where the BlackRock is, too. All right, let's go back over there. Because I think there's another room still. What the... What? What? Oh, shit!
If you can understand me, I am an It never fucking works.
What the
Pistol feel good.
My gun doesn't work. Oh, I need a different security card to get the other gun. Okay, let's just get out of here.
What the fuck were those things?
Really creepy. Will this work? We'll go to 2 for now, I guess.
Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Mirror, please hold. Please hold.
Now where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
What is that?
I don't wanna. We can talk to it?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
1,000 paintings fused, corrode.
What does that mean?
Paint no brush, a self-portrait.
Okay, hey, calm down.
Run.
Fire in his eyes and hands and bones.
You need to cease all hostility right now. Now. Okay. Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Okay, baby steps.
Well, that was creepy as shit.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house.
You think?
Couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
So I wonder if that painting was what used to be the painter. Is our map updated? Living painting, altered entity, transformed person. Okay. So I think yeah, she's making notes on the map. Okay. All right, this is page development. We got blood on the wall. They've definitely nailed the atmosphere through the lake house. I'm feeling hesitant again, like I did in the creepier parts of the main game. Refinement process, ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. Pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehension. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Style. The page must be accurately mimicking the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Tone. Page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Content. Pages must accurately mimic typical content of Wake's writing. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the shadow power. So they put the monkeys in the room. Oh, that's what these machines are. Huh. So Control's trying to give themselves Alan's power.
Diana
Or at least the
and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Words per sentence. Max 12, minimum 1. That's the page Alan just read to us. So who used the typewriters to create a crack in the Marmonts?
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Mormonts. For himself.
Alright, so it looks like Rudolph Lane is our painter. Just glad it's not a French name. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the lake house will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Project X 132 AW, codename Arbitus, will focus on studying the writing of, it's Alan. So Diana was in charge of researching Alan. Ramnus was Jules. And that's going to be Rudolph, I guess. What did I say? Lane. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignments and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter, and it is not to be discussed with external teams, agents, or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. So, did the Marmonts use them as selves as test subjects for the automatic typing devices and end up hating each other because of it?
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Alright, so maybe not. Maybe they just don't like each other very much. Alright, what else is on this floor? Automated typing device chamber. There's a whole chamber for one.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house.
Okay.
The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water.
So trying to make artificial art doesn't count as art.
Went bad.
I mean, I think to anyone but a scientist, that makes sense.
Not art.
Initial findings report Tamitha Madison Booker, born in Atlanta, Georgia, currently resides in New York, married to Edwin Franklin Booker, no known children or dependents, no paracriminal affiliations found, located in Bright Falls, author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation, author, and poet. Background investigation performed in a very short amount of time as per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive. Yeah, we met them. Born in New York, currently resides in New York, married to Tamitha. No paracriminal affiliations. Writer and director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation, author, and playwright.
Went bad.
Yeah, we know them.
The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
They really did put the monkeys in a room.
There was a crack in the lake house.
I have I have a genuine sense of dread of that room. Let's get a save real quick.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is.
I think it's
As you know by
exactly what
now,
you think it is.
Typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Looks like we got, yeah, rooms along the edges. I don't know if I'm just feeling wonky today or what, but this room is really getting to me. Investigation into the... Okay, it's something to... that kind of alarm sound alarmed me. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with the intent to use this particular brand for and the ATDs continues to be unsuccessful. They can't figure out how to remake Alan's typewriter. Wake's publishing house, no useful information. Wake's agent refused to discuss client matters. Good job, Barry. Wake's spouse refused to discuss. Redacted, no useful information. Who else would they have talked to? My biggest fan. Checked all available online interview publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake, no useful information. Relevant team will continue to explore alternate sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. Project Director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand of type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. And it's probably a brother. See, this is where you can research stuff all you want, but you're already missing a fundamental basic of art. And this is why AI can't win. It can try, but it won't. This one's locked. We need a 2. Another open door on the far side. Machine status, typing in progress. Please do not turn off the machine. Okay. I was curious if it might say anything more. Where does this go? You know, I'm gonna check this other room first since there's paint on those walls. The far one's locked. Really hoping we find that key. Content of Wake manuscript. So we've begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake. Very utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into these work, I must do so here to address the matter of being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Diana Marmont. Pages we recently found summarizes my life with Jules, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflicts the past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC. And if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love, or animosity are theirs to control?
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Alright, so we got a tie back into the first Alan Wake there now, too. And again, we kind of resolved the Hartman storyline in one of the Control DLCs that you guys didn't see. Mainly because the Hartman storyline's kind of boring, and it ends with a boss fight that is genuinely terrible. But Hartman turns into a shadow monster, there you go. Jesse kills him. I don't want a paint monster, I can't hurt them. Oh, not again.
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower.
Oh, we're back in a loop.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
I just want to make sure this is all the same. It appears to be.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing.
Okay, these are the same, so just the video's the different.
An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect.
Shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
I don't know why, I thought it was going to be the hiss for a second. it go. Oh, God.
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
So I guess nobody we've met from Control actually knows about the hiss. If the oldest house is still on lockdown, then they have no idea about Polaris or the incursion or anything. Goes in threes, she said. Let me get my... Wait, is it quick slotted? Oh, it is, okay.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
I think the pages are telling you that artificially creating this isn't going to work and that it's going to create problems.
The author's clearly awake.
Oh God, it's endless now.
What is that?
Is it the painting? Are we seeing through a threshold? Got a power switch here. We needed to open this door.
Maybe there's another way in.
What about this one?
Huh. Controllable shifting phenomena.
Well, I turned off the power, so we can't get in there. There's a... What are we doing here? Okay, I think I see. So we need to take this out of here. And then put it in over here. And then we should be able to open this door. Or we need to open from over here? Did I power this? Okay, now I am confused. Could we have flipped this? Yeah, we can't flip this. What did you power? Nothing. You powered nothing. That should be going out. Oh, wait, can I open this from this side? I can. Okay, okay, okay. So I screwed this up a little bit. I was thinking that the switch outside powered this door here, but we just needed to unlock the door, because what we'll do now is we'll plug this in here. Then we'll flip this. No, I did this wrong again. Or did I? We need this on the other side, don't we? Maybe we don't? Let me put the pipes and shit back and go in. Yeah, we still need this powered. There's a second one in there. This is attached to this. Maybe I was doing it right. Yeah, we must have to go plug this in. Although, why do we open the door that way then? Because I tried this. This didn't light up. It didn't let us... Oh, yeah, it did. I'm just dumb. Alright, my bad. So now we can take this and put it back in the other one. And then everything will be powered. We'll just have to flip the switch outside the other door. And we should be good to go. This is what I get for not paying enough attention. Took us way long. Should have. Oh, you again.
You again.
I'm more curious as to what happened to it.
you? Did the people here do this to you? You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ. It's fixated on the marmots. What did they do?
Where am I now? If you liked that video, go ahead and subscribe. If you didn't, please email me and tell me why.